Hi, everyone. My name is Justina Sergeon. I am the Associate for Administration at the Delaware-Maryland Synod Office. And so I'm going to share with you my faith story. This event happened several years ago. I was laid off from my job. I've been with the company for the past 15 years and have built a career for myself. I loved what I was doing. And so this layoff came as a shock to me. It really affected me in that I didn't know what I was going to do next. And not knowing what I was going to do next, that uncertainty scared me. So during that period, I had to completely just trust God. That God knew why this happened to me. And He was going to get me through this period. But so I was in school already, and I decided to finish school and also to just have a discernment time to discern where it is I was going next and how I was going to go about it, but to make sure that this is where God wanted me to be. I have always been in church, grew up in church ever since I was a little girl, and I knew that ministry is where I wanted to go. I knew that God had called me into ministry. And so in that discernment period, I drew closer in my relationship with God. I started spending more time in the Word and developing a relationship with Jesus Christ. I remember being transformed in the sense that I got to experience Jesus in a way that I've never experienced Him before. I was afraid of where I was in that period. I had young children, but I was strengthened in the fact that I know that He will take care of me. He was with me every step of the way. And so that 2 years of not working actually turned out to be fruitful in my life. And one of the things that I was purposeful in doing during that time was to start calling the sick and shut-ins and visiting nursing homes and just sharing stories about Jesus Christ with other people. And I found real joy in doing that. I found that people want to hear your story, and they too have a story to tell, and they will share their story. And so I started loving telling stories and talking about Jesus Christ, and my faith was strengthening, and I trusted Him more, and I built relationship with these people. And some of them were not members of my church, but just by calling them every week or every other week and just say, hey, how are you doing? Let's share a word. They were open and receptive. And I started talking about Jesus Christ. But my giving was not really affected because, and this was something how I really don't know how it happened, but I knew that I kept giving. We were on a single income, but I just kept giving. And I believed and I trusted that if I remained faithful with the little that I had and what God had blessed me with, He would in turn be faithful to me. And it was hard to make that decision to continue to tithe, but in that time is when my faith was strengthened. And at the end, I was able to graduate, and God blessed me with a job where I am now. And everything His faithfulness just continues to show over and over again in my life. And to this day, I still trust Him. Going through changes, I continue to trust Him in everything that I do. And so that period was one that was a turning point for me, because I got to experience Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, but to also grow closer to Him, knowing that He will continue to be with me every step of my journey. So I hope that you are encouraged by this in your walk and your faith story as well.